There are two versions of this story. The one the public sees and the one beneath the carefully curated statements and composed appearances. The world has watched Savannah Guthrie navigate the worst crisis of her life with a remarkable, almost impossible poise. She has thanked viewers, addressed the public with dignity, and held herself together while millions watched. Admirers call it strength. But what most don't realize is that the tragedy she is living is far deeper than headlines suggest, layered, complex, and intensely personal. The unseen reality is far more heartbreaking than the public can grasp. The life Savannah built. At 54, Savannah Guthrie had achieved what few ever do. She had built a career recognized across the country, rising to one of television's most demanding roles while navigating intense institutional pressure. She raised 2 children, maintained public composure, and balanced authority with warmth, brilliance with relatability. She had reached the stage of life when hard work, sacrifices, and achievements are meant to yield reward, stability, and respect. February 1st, 2026 changed all of that. In a single morning, the world she relied on and worked for was abruptly disrupted, thrusting her into a crisis that would challenge her personally and professionally. The crisis unfolds. On that Sunday, the home of Nancy Guthrie in Tucson, Arizona, was discovered empty. The sheriff confirmed that Nancy, Savannah's 84-year-old mother, had been taken against her will. Suddenly, Savannah's life split into 2 realities. A public one where she needed composure and clarity, and a private one where fear, grief, and uncertainty dominated. The public saw strength. The private experience was gut-wrenching. Her mother, elderly and medically vulnerable, had been taken. Every hour without proper medication endangered her life. Savannah carried the awareness of that threat constantly, a burden few could endure while maintaining the control she exhibited publicly. The physical layer of tragedy. Nancy Guthrie's age and medical needs amplify the horror. She relies on heart medication for survival. Even short disruptions could be life-threatening. Her abductors not only took a person, they put an 84-year-old woman in imminent danger. Savannah knew this from the moment she learned of the disappearance. Every statement, every composed appearance occurred with the knowledge that her mother's life was ticking away. Most people would crumble under such pressure. Savannah's ability to remain functional is extraordinary, yet it is also a reflection of the layered tragedy. The very strength the public admires comes at a private, deep, personal cost. Trained for strength, Savannah's ability to perform under pressure is not accidental. She was raised with a philosophy that vulnerability is dangerous and that strength must always be visible. Her mother, Nancy, instilled this worldview deliberately. Savannah absorbed it so deeply that it became part of her identity, guiding how she approached challenges, love, and achievement. By adulthood, this conditioning shaped not only her professional life, but her emotional architecture. In this crisis, it manifests as composure under unimaginable stress. But this skill, forged over decades, is double-edged. The very tool that allows her to cope publicly conceals a profound internal suffering few will ever witness. The invisible burden. This public performance masks an ongoing private torment. Savannah is not invincible. She is a daughter watching her mother suffer, powerless to protect her. She has internalized decades of lessons that equate love with resilience, pain with performance. While the world applauds her poise, the real tragedy lies in the isolation it creates. She cannot simply allow herself to collapse without the risk of public scrutiny or personal regret. The very ability that the audience admires is also the mechanism that intensifies her private grief, making the crisis far more painful than anyone watching could imagine. Generational expectations. The tragedy extends beyond the immediate crisis. Savannah's relationship with her mother spans 54 years, shaped by love expressed through expectation and high standards. Nancy's love was fierce, formative, and unambiguous in its intensity. Yet it communicated that strength was a requirement. Professional accolades, viewer admiration, and public success cannot quiet the deeper hunger for unconditional affirmation. Savannah's life is a testament to achievement and composure, yet beneath it lies the enduring question she has asked herself since childhood: am I enough? This question, unspoken publicly, drives the emotional weight she carries now more than ever. The lifelong question. For Savannah, the deepest tragedy is existential. She has lived her life performing, achieving, and sustaining an image of invincibility. Yet the question her mother's love never fully answered remains. Am I enough simply as I am? No professional triumph, public praise, or visible strength can replace the reassurance she craves from the person whose approval shaped her life. The very person who could answer that question, the one who gave her the blueprint for strength, is absent. This absence transforms the crisis into something profoundly emotional, a private heartbreak invisible to the millions observing her outward composure. A hopeful perspective. Even in the midst of tragedy, there is hope. Those closest to Savannah have noted that the ultimate gift Nancy could give is not another lesson, another reminder to stay strong, or another accolade for achievement. The gift is far simpler: unambiguous love. Words that affirm worth and presence, words that transcend performance, composure, and accomplishment. To hear, "I love you, you are enough, you always have been," would validate the decades of struggle, performance, and resilience, freeing her from the internal question she has carried for more than half a century. This affirmation is both the answer and the closure she needs. Conclusion: A daughter's truth. The story of Savannah Guthrie at 54 is not just about a kidnapped mother, a public figure under pressure, or a national headline. It is a story of deep, layered human experience, love, expectation, performance, and longing. It is a tragedy defined not by dramatic visuals, but by enduring emotional weight. Until Nancy returns, the private tragedy persists. The greatest hope is that when she walks through the door, the words Savannah has sought all her life will finally be spoken. Words that do not measure achievement or strength, but simply acknowledge: you are enough. You always have been.